An investor watches a single drop of his blood disappear into a sleek white machine, the size of a desktop printer. A few minutes later, his results appear on the screen. But the machine analyzed nothing. His blood was tested in another room, on a competitor's lab equipment. It looked exactly like science. That was the point. The demonstration was theater. So was the $9 billion company behind it. Case File 5, Theranos. In 2003, a 19-year-old dropped out of Stanford to fix blood testing. Her name was Elizabeth Holmes. The promise was simple and enormous. One prick of a finger, a single drop of blood. Over 200 tests, fast and cheap, at your corner pharmacy. The machine was called the Edison. She wore a black turtleneck, like Steve Jobs. She spoke in a low, steady baritone, a voice former colleagues said was not her own. Investors believed. By 2014, Theranos had raised about $700 million. It was valued at $9 billion. Holmes, on paper, was worth $4.5 billion. The youngest self-made female billionaire in the world. There was one problem. Blood does not work that way. A finger prick gives a tiny sample, mixed with fluid from the tissue and broken cells. Most real tests need a clean draw from a vein. You cannot run 200 tests on a few drops. Not accurately. To get enough liquid, Theranos diluted the blood. Dilution makes the numbers drift. The Edison, in truth, could run only a handful of tests, and it ran them badly. So Theranos performed. The tests it advertised were mostly run in secret, on modified commercial analyzers made by Siemens, the same kind of machine Theranos claimed to replace. For the demonstrations, engineers built an app that hid the error messages. They wrote a null protocol so the device could appear to run without testing anything. Validation reports were dressed up with the logos of drug companies that had not written them, and the board was a wall of names: Henry Kissinger, James Mattis, George Shultz, statesmen and generals. Not one of them was a scientist. In 2013, the performance left the conference room. Theranos signed a deal with Walgreens. Blood testing centers opened inside real pharmacies, real patients, real blood, real results, and many of them were wrong. People were told they might have cancer, told their heart or their thyroid was failing, on numbers a working lab would never have sent. The theater now had patients. Inside the company, 2 young employees saw it. Erica Chung ran quality control checks that kept failing and watched the failures get waved through. Tyler Schultz, grandson of board member George Schultz, saw the same data being cherry-picked. They raised it internally. They were dismissed and then pursued by Theranos lawyers. So they took it outside. They reached John Carreyrou, a reporter at the Wall Street Journal. On October 15, 2015, he published it. Most Theranos tests, he wrote, ran on ordinary machines. The Edison did not work. Theranos denied everything and threatened to sue. Then the regulators arrived. In early 2016, a federal health inspection found the Theranos lab a danger to patients. They voided 2 years of its blood test results. The collapse was total. Walgreens pulled out. The $9 billion valuation went to zero. In 2018, the SEC charged Holmes with fraud. A criminal indictment followed. Theranos dissolved that September. On January 3, 2022, a jury convicted her on 4 counts of fraud for deceiving investors. On the charges of defrauding patients, the jury could not agree. She was sentenced to 11 years and 3 months. Her partner and company president, Sunny Balwani, got nearly 13. Strip away the turtleneck, and Theranos is a simple story. There was no peer-reviewed proof the Edison worked. No regulator had cleared it. No independent lab had confirmed it. In medicine, that proof is the control. It is the entire job. Theranos replaced it with an image, a founder, a demo, a board. And for years, nobody made the machine prove itself. Last time, a control that knows it is being watched was a performance. This is what is left when the performance is all there is. A demo is not data. A boardroom is not a credential. This was Case File 5. This was Court.